Yeah, I don't even see. Is it even here, Joel?
I think we're on. Now, can you do a refresh?
Are we on?
We are. Yep. We're 19 seconds into our broadcast.
Okay, well, some of us are here. Hey, I won't be able to check to see if anybody's watching, or I can't say hi to people. How come it's not on, Joe?
All right, let me send it to you again. Let's see. Folks, we'll be with you momentarily.
Yes, we'll be here.
Hopefully by lunchtime.
Yes, by lunchtime.
We'll get started.
Smack and Jack lunch.
Yeah. All right. Let me invite. I'm going to be so kind as
so I've got nothing other than yesterday's emails.
Whoops, what am I doing here? Invite. Copy. I will be so kind as to invite my brother Keith. Comcast, right?
.net, yes.
All right.
Yeah, right there.
Paste. That's the show. Send. All right. I wonder how long it will take to go from this computer to that computer. Yeah. Wow, we have three people on, and I can guarantee you not one of them is
on.
Not one of them is me, because I can't get on our own show.
I told you we'd be on, Sophie. I didn't tell you we were actually going to have a show. How's everybody doing over there?
Yeah, we were just saying that the one thing you can count on with Smack and Jack is that we're ill prepared.
Ill prepared.
And
Joel is the most prepared person in the Lenderman family, other than I'm going to say maybe Joby.
Oh yes,
extended family.
Yep. I don't know. Did it go to spam? Maybe check your spam. There it is.
Why does it go to spam?
Yeah. Now it's going to spam. We have fallen to the armpit of the internet.
Why is it crossed out like that?
And it won't even let you click on it.
Well, let's just go ahead.
Okay? We are
I
now.
I can read yours. Yeah, Jim's on. Yeah, no, Barbara's on. Good morning, Barbara.
Good morning.
All right.
Good morning.
Can I say something about Sophia? She's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
People. The whole family is, but every once in a while, she puts up a picture of her little boy, and he's just the cutest little guy.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get too much bigger there, John. All I could think of was John Adams. Johnny, because I want to see you before you get too big. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is going to be a little loose. So if you're used to the
if you came here for great insight,
then,
you might want to stroll on to the tabloid pages. Go to Twitter if you want.
And yesterday, Jim posted something. I think it was yesterday in 1965. Roger Miller's King of the Road was #1 in England. Remember King of the Road? Remember that growing up? I think Mom taught that to Linda.
I guess
on the piano. I remember on the piano, but I just remember that song. Of course, you were around in 1965. What?
No, 69. Before my time.
Yeah. But and I was only 2, but I remembered all growing up, and it's still a great song. And he had a clip from him singing it. He and Jimmy Dean. Remember the Jimmy Dean sausages?
Yeah. Well, I remember that. Remember the sausages.
Sausages around. Neither of those 2 guys are around anymore. But it was a fun.
Jimmy Dean,
really, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So that's all I got. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next week.
All right, we're going to kick into our introduction.
I still can't get.
Make sure you have your coffee. While we're still having technical difficulties, make sure you have your coffee, your tea.
It is a great day to sit inside and just watch some brotherly camaraderie, because it's a mess outside. I think last time we had a show, it was snow.
Yeah,
and now it's nor'easter. So anyway, grab your coffee, relax, and we will be right back with the show.
Try to do some sharing here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. See you in just a minute.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Lenderman.
Jack up your
right. And I guess maybe so. Maybe if you click, you know what, right click on this. Maybe we can do this together, folks. Can you go to that email, go to the spam.
Yeah.
Right click on it and mark as not spam.
Oh,
okay. Now let's return to your inbox. See, there it is. And the link is there. It can be used. Yes. All right.
This is why I didn't get my promotion at the job where you take bottles out of a box and put onto a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
It had nothing to do with my inability to take. My ability to take bottles out of a box. I don't know how to use a computer.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the year 2022, some of that.
But you know what?
Can you just click on it and it'll take you to? Can you just click on it and it'll open up?
Yeah, but don't I want it in Google?
Well, you do, yeah.
So I'm going to hit that and I'm going to cut.
All right, folks. So while we're waiting, while Keith's talking himself through the process over here, what happened is that I send him a link just kind of like Zoom. Those who use Zoom often, I send him a link for this is called StreamYard, the software. So I sent it to him, and for whatever reason, it went into a spam folder this morning. It normally goes right into your inbox. So when it goes into the spam folder, you couldn't click on it. It had a strike out through it, and it was a pale link, which means it was, a link that wouldn't work. So what we did then was right clicked on the email and got it into okayed it to go into his inbox. And now the link is good. And that's as much as we can do. The rest is up to Mr. Keith here, Uncle Keith.
I could have sworn there's a cut and paste thing on this. This is ridiculous. Oh my God! Can you imagine we had to pay for time on the?
Well, I don't understand what the problem is now.
I can't get it moved. I used to do. Check this out. I used to just highlight it, and
Control C.
Okay, right.
Control C.
I was doing Alt.
Do Control C.
Okay.
And then just go up to your browser. Control V.
Yeah. See, it ain't working.
Now, right click up there again. Then there's no paste. Yeah. I don't. All right. So just click on the link itself. See what happens. Yeah. So
we'll just use it through here.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
So as we're waiting, we could be here until lunchtime.
Yeah. I think the problem is our few guests have already started cutting their grass, so we should probably wait for them now.
Well, let's see. I see there. Enter studio. Enter studio. You can put Keith in there. We don't actually use your computer in here. Okay. Yeah. Now we have to make sure that that we don't have any volume on your side and this, that, and the other thing. All right. Good to see you all today.
Steve Miller. Remember that song? Fly Like an Eagle. The beginning of it had all that reverb stuff.
Yeah. It did sound familiar. Anybody remember that song? Fly Like
Sophia does. She's the youngest one in our crowd, and I know she knows the song because of her pop. Good old Dennis. All right, who we got going? All right, Joey's
Love that music. Nice. All right, yeah, good to see you, Joey.
Is it the Kentucky Derby?
Is today Kentucky Derby?
Huh?
I guess it is. Happy Derby Day. Yeah.
Unless he's talking about Terrence Trent Derby.
Probably not though, right? Hey folks,
what is all right? Well, let's move on.
Yeah, let's get going.
So, the thing is, we used to
let's get going.
Okay, I've been on the edge of my seat for a couple of weeks ago. Last time we had a show, you were on your way
back in March, almost 2 months ago.
Yeah, you were on your way to the what's it called? Miele.
I think it's called Miele Vacuum Cleaner or Miele Corporate Headquarters.
Corporate headquarters
showroom.
Now, when we talked about this before, when Lenderman's buy a new vacuum cleaner, we just don't buy one. We go figure out how the things. Did you go to see them, like the old Corning factory? Could you go and watch the assembly line and have your name on the thing to see it being put together?
No.
BMW does that. It's called. I forget what it's called. What's it called, Sophie? You can buy your BMW and have it delivered, or you deliver to you in Germany.
Oh,
so is that available with a vacuum cleaner?
Well, I guess I could have had it delivered to me. But,
No, I mean, you have to go to Germany to pick it up. No.
I did not. No, I did not have to go to Germany. No, up in Princeton is the Miele.
Not my favorite. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm answering. I gotta stay on top of the Miele.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's up in Princeton, and Miele makes very expensive vacuum cleaners.
Yes.
And they also have like appliances of every sort there.
Yeah.
Ranges, microwaves, washer,
Oh, they have
dryers.
actual
Yeah. The whole
Wow.
showroom is set up like that. So it's a pretty big building with, a lot to see there. So if you're interested in some high-end appliances or vacuum cleaner, then I recommend at least taking a drive up there. You have to make an appointment. When I got there, it's a huge building. There was one car in the parking lot. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this place open today?
Yeah.
So I parked and went to the door. It opened, walked right in. Lady sitting at the desk, she said, are you Joel? I said, I am. How did you know it? So, all right. So let's go to our screen share, Keith, and we'll see what good old
Yeah, that's what it looks
Miele
like.
looks like
Okay.
here. So, sorry, I don't want to share it. I want to do a slideshow.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Oh, and it's coming up over
Yeah,
there.
it's coming up, yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So this is our brand new vacuum cleaner, about a month and a half old now. And it kind of looks like a rubber vacuum cleaner.
Yes. Canister vacuum cleaner.
Yep.
Yes.
And it has a very strong engine on or motor on it. And here's your I guess you call that your wand, right? Notice that it's extendable. Okay, right now I have it extended all the way out. You can collapse that to make it pretty short.
Oh, that's nice.
And I will say, when you're, especially when you're doing the hardwood floor, it's nice to have that way out, so you're not kind of bending over the whole time. You can just, it's like you have one of those long handled broom. All right.
Now, does this have electric down to the, for your?
It does. Let me show you. Let's go through this first.
Yeah.
So the one disappointment I will say, I don't give it all high marks. These are the tools here.
Okay.
This brush here, kind of small. Not horrible, but it's smaller than what I'm used to.
Okay.
Right. Crevice tool here is only like 6 inches.
Shut up!
That's what it's called. The crevice tool.
There's a couple of jokes in there. Holy cow.
Yeah. All right. Family show, my friend. Yes. Family show. All right. So that that's the one that I'm used to using is that.
Well, your house is big. It's got a lot of crevices.
That's right. And then this is your, this kind of has the felt on the side. So the tools are okay. The one tool that I actually do really like is the floor, the hardwood floor piece. And it is, it's kind of about a foot wide and probably about 4 or 5 inches deep.
And I see it's got plenty of bristle on the bottom too.
Yes. And you can also see that it's still, it's been used.
Yeah.
There's some good old cat hair stuck right there. So this is, and you can go almost all the way under a chair because the way it swivels. Okay. You can get down, you can turn it this way, that way. Yeah. So that I really do like. Okay. I really like using that. So let's take a look at the this is the rug piece here.
Okay. Yeah. That's...
when you turn this on, if you have it set right, as soon as you hit the power button, it pulls you.
Wow, that's strong.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right now it has a lot of power. Wow. I'm wondering if it will stay like that for 20 years.
Right.
But right now it has a lot of power in it.
Okay. Yeah, good.
So it does not have a light on it though. In order to get the light, you had to up the ante by another like $700.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
The other part of it is that there's no power up on the handle. Now there's a button up there. The power button will turn this piece on and off, but it won't turn the whole motor on and off.
Okay.
The power button is down here
on the
foot.
On the P. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now I know a lot of vacuums are like that. Yeah. So that's just something we need to get used to.
Right.
So the power button up on the handle is just to turn this on and off, which actually is kind of handy.
Yeah.
I like that. Down here, you can have plus, bring the motor up to highest power.
Oh, it's adjustable. Okay. That's nice.
Or way down here to minimum if you're doing draperies or something like that. That's what this is for.
Okay.
And then of course all the way in between.
Yeah.
We keep it up here most of the time. It's kind of like having that little thing that you open up on to reduce the suction. This does not have that. Okay. So you have to adjust the motor here. And then of course your cord retractor here. Okay. So yeah, so far pretty happy with it. I have to say that.
Do you have the little thing for the couch that
Oh yes, I forgot to take a picture of that. There is a nozzle for the upholstery.
Like a motored. Okay.
Well, it's not motored. It's powered by the suction.
Air.
Yeah.
Well, if you got a good suction, that's. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that lasts because I guess the one in the Kenmore that lasted like a week before it just didn't, like, as soon as you put it down, it stopped running.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, and I told the lady, and actually I told the lady that was working with me, I told her, I said, I'm going to be completely honest, for what I'm paying, this is kind of a disappointment. Right.
Yeah.
Here. Well, there's attachments that you can buy, and that's why we have them. Like, of course. Okay. Right. I'm paying over $1,000 for this.
And they want you to upgrade.
And you want me to buy a little bit more. I was like, I'm just telling you right now, I'm probably going to buy the vacuum cleaner, but this right here is disappointing to me.
Well, that seems to be European to me. I don't. When I got mine, Kenmore's not around anymore, but it seemed like all those imported ones were smaller and everything. Mm-hmm. So, but if you got the engine, the suction power,
and it's nice. I mean, it really works well.
Yeah.
It has 3 wheels on the bottom that all turn.
Okay.
So I'm still debating whether that's a good thing or not. And they're tiny wheels.
Okay.
They're not like the big ones.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Overall, in general, I do like it. Like, as soon as you start using it, it's like.
Let's before we put everybody to sleep, let's come back and visit that. Put a thumb note on that, and give it 6 months.
Yeah. Well, we need to do like an actual smack and jack tested.
Yes.
Right.
That is
we haven't done.
Wow. We have not done a smack and jack.
And those video reviews have done very well on YouTube.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to do a smack and jack tested on the Miele vacuum. I got other vacuum cleaners too that we need to do a test on, like that rechargeable one that we have. I'd like to do a test on that one. So we have plenty of vacuums, folks. I have a vacuum.
I wish we had a portable camera, so I could just take you around the shop real quick here, because
do we need a vacuum?
Well, I think I need a vacuum to vacuum off my vacuum right now.
Well, that's what? Let's put that on the list, because we all have portable cameras.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We can link this up to the show.
Yeah, let's not do that though. That's
okay. Now that the ideas can actually be realized, he's like, whoa.
Yeah. Where's the wah?
That's that. I think that's sad trombone.
All right. What else is going on, Joel?
5-second rule.
Oh, 5 seconds.
Raise your hand, folks, if you've ever heard of the 5-second rule before the Smack and Jack show announcement the other day. This is a rule that I've known of for quite some time, and I just informed Keith that in my reading this morning, Genghis Khan had a similar rule when he was ruling back in, I don't know, how long ago was Genghis Khan around, like 1,000 years ago or something?
Well, I haven't watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure for a while, but I know it was over 1,000.
And his rule was that any food that was prepared for him, if it fell on the floor, it was so perfect that it could be picked up and eaten and would not be contaminated. Okay. So that is eerily similar to
the 5-second
rule. 5-second rule. Yeah. So let's take a look at the 5-second rule. Well, essentially, the 5-second rule is this: if you drop a piece of food on the floor, if you pick it up within 5 seconds, it'll be fine. You can eat it, no bacteria, nothing. Okay. So let's take a look at a little bit of comment on that from people who have done some research. Okay, so in this particular study I found on WebMD, cookies and gummy bears were placed on both rough and smooth sterile tiles covered with measured amounts of E. coli. So they put some E. coli on the tiles.
That's the good stuff, yeah.
Rough tiles and smooth tiles. Mm-hmm. And after picking the gummy bears up and the cookies up, they did see a transfer of germs before 5 seconds. Okay, so it touched, they picked it up, and they still were able to trace it. We were dealing with a large number of cells, meaning apparently they picked up quite a bit. So the jury's still out on this. It really depends on what you drop as to how much it will pick up.
Right.
If the floor is dry, you're talking more about just like regular dirt.
Right.
Hair. That's right. If the floor is wet, or if your food is wet that you're dropping, or sticky, then it may pick up a whole lot more. And you might want to just
And I would imagine, most of that's going to be in your kitchen, but your kitchen's floor is going to have a lot more stuff on it. Your living room floor might be dirty, actual dirt.
Right.
Your kitchen
cat
floor
hair,
might have
etc.
E. coli on it.
Yes.
Your chicken, preparing food, stuff drips.
Yeah.
And so where you're doing it.
So it is kind of a myth that if you pick something up within 5 seconds, you're going to be fine.
Now, I just had a vision of, and couldn't have been our family, but I have seen pacifiers pop out of kids' mouths.
Yep.
Mom picks it up, gives it a quick cleaning.
Yep.
In her mouth.
Oh,
pops
no.
it right into the. I'm not asking you, Sophie. I don't want to know anybody that does it, but I have seen it, and I can't remember where. It was probably when I was working at the bazaar. You saw everything at the bazaar. So I'm wondering if that might be a whole different story. I don't know why that.
That's funny. One of the doctors did say at least rinse it off first. I have trouble with rinsing off a jelly bean though,
or a gummy bear, yeah,
or an M&M or something.
And Joel, I recently got a job.
Okay, good.
So we're
news.
Right. Well, it's recently got a job. I've done well to not have a job for close to 60 years. Even before I had that job, I was okay with throwing out a jelly bean.
If it touched the floor. Got it.
Yeah. Or even if it didn't look good,
Right. If it's the wrong color,
yeah,
you throw it away. Okay. All right. So you're not that hard up that you would.
No. So I'm wondering who would be going through that much work to save a jelly bean.
Yeah. Well, I was, if I drop it on the floor in my class, which is probably not good either. And if I drop something while I'm eating lunch in my classroom, if I drop, and I've done this before, I dropped a, jelly bean or something like that. I'm like, man, I am not throwing that away.
Yeah.
Pick it up, give it a nice little rub, and then eat it. But I go to the boys' room, use the boys' room, and you can only imagine what the boys' room in an elementary school looks like and what might be on the floor.
Yes.
So,
yeah, right.
As I'm reading this article, I'm like, maybe.
So I'm taking my mid-morning break in stall number 3, and my my box of Good and Plenty's spills all over the place.
What to do?
Yes, and I'm thinking, well, I haven't had Good and Plenty's in a while, and that floor doesn't look too dirty. Yeah. All right, let's move.
All right,
on.
moving on.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did want to say in restaurants.
Oh, okay, I got one for you.
Okay, all right. So they did say if anything touches the floor, what they teach in the cooking schools, we'll say, is any surface is contaminated, no matter what that surface is, whether it's the floor, the counter, whatever. If something touches it, it should go into the trash. That's what they're saying.
Okay, and this is what I thought. Back when I was in high school, I worked at a fine French restaurant in Media. It was called. I could say what it is now. They haven't been around forever. Yeah. It's About Time.
It's About Time. Remember that.
And in the 80s, I think it was for a couple to eat dinner. It was $150, which isn't anything now. But then it was, it was a whole evening. It was regular
$300 now.
Real French, the whole evening out. And they used to do catering on Saturdays, and I would go out and be their dishwasher, but this guy sous chef kind of to make salads and all that kind of stuff. So one of their staples was lobster salad. And back in the day, kids, they got lobsters in, they cooked them, they took the meat out. I mean, it was actual lobster salad, gigantic chunks. And if you ever know what those bus pans look like, those gray things that people come around and pick up, that was filled with.
Wow.
I mean, I have no idea how much that cost even back then. Everybody's running around getting stuff together. Somebody drops this all over the floor.
Oh my gosh.
And the mats in the kitchens have the really thick rubber rug with the holes in it.
Yes.
So you can work while you're at the end of the night, you take it out. You have like enough food in there for. So anyway, the owner was kind of a character. He would have been in jail by now. He might have spent some time in jail for tax evasion. Anyway, he was a chef for Gerald Ford. He worked at the White House. Yes.
Okay.
But the guy was a kook. And, he exploded. Everybody in there is freaking out. It's like, man, I'm going to clean this because it was right by the sink. It's like, I got to clean this up.
Right.
Quick, so I'm sweeping it up, throwing it in. And he's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm cleaning up, boss. Yeah, I'm 17 years old. He goes, take that out of the trash can, rinse that off, and make more salad out of it.
Oh my gosh.
So not only had it been on the floor in these little circles and all that kind of stuff, swept up with a dirty hand thing in the trash.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember taking the hose, hosing it off, and it must have tasted like nothing.
Oh gosh.
And these poor people spent thousands of dollars for
Wow. Good to know. It's about time, huh?
It's about time to let that story go.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And that was a high end. So getting back to, in case the girls are watching, they're never watching, but they always say, Uncle Keith, are you going to Taco Bell tonight? I haven't had Taco Bell maybe 3 months.
Really?
Wow. I just started thinking about the food, not displacency. What do you call that when people don't care? Not
complacency.
Complacency.
Yeah. And the carrying thereof and so forth.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
What does that mean?
I think we're back on.
Okay. So anyway, that's 5-second roll turned into a 25-minute diatribe.
Whoa. Yeah, that was
What is a diatribe? My ex Kathy always used to say diatribe,
think,
and all I could think
is that
of,
a Shakespearean thing?
No, but I know that the powder we put in our pool was diatomaceous earth. I think it's just a long rant. I don't even know how to spell it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
diatribe.
Is that it? Forceful and bitter verbal attack against someone or something. A forceful and bitter verbal attack against someone or something.
I've been using
diatribe.
I've been using it more as just like a
word of the day.
All right, so I'm going to have to, because I don't usually verbally attack people. I just hate everybody. So,
well, you can at least use the word diatribe.
Yes, but sometimes I'll say, this guy's a blabbermouth. He goes on a 20-minute diatribe on it, but that's not it. That's a 20-minute, because he's not necessarily.
I would say like lecture or
lecture. There's something else.
That's, I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you. All right, let's move on, shall we?
Wow.
A few weeks ago, actually back in March, one of the Saturdays I was not able to do a show.
Mm-hmm.
I took a trip down to my alma mater, James Madison University, because some fraternity brothers, and one brother in particular, put together kind of like a reunion of all the alumni.
Is this a certain 20, 30, whatever, or was it just?
Well, I think let's see, 91 to. It would have been 30 years in 2021 for me.
Okay. So
we founded the fraternity in 91. So it was going to be like that 30-year thing. We didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
So we got it together for this year.
Okay.
And it was a good time. I'm probably a little old for most of what we did.
But you're very responsible normally.
But I'm responsible.
Yes.
But what struck me at the fraternity house, and this is the house that in 1990 I moved into, it was my one and only year living off campus in the fraternity house. But we had just started renting the house from a realtor who just bought the house from an older couple who moved out. So the house was in like pretty good shape.
Do we know how old the house is before you go any farther?
I would say the house was probably built maybe in the 40s or 50s.
Okay.
Right. It's not terribly old, but it's not brand new, certainly. So I was one of the first people to live in the house. So I remember what it was like when it was, brand new. So
your room was yours, and that's cool.
Yeah, Hadn't been. So it had since, like, the fraternity lost it because the person who owned it wanted his son to live in there. And then when the son graduated from college, we got the house back for the fraternity.
Okay.
So now it's our house again, fraternity house. Okay. And it's not a huge house. It's a little Ranger. But I'm going to show you picture. This is what we call the basement, or like the party room, as all fraternities have.
Now, do you think this is the same guy that owns it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same one. No, because that guy died.
Oh, okay.
From when I was there.
But
anyway. So here's downstairs, beautiful room, just well decorated, well appointed, and so forth. But look at these windows over here, Keith. You're probably all wondering, why am I talking about this place?
Taped up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the window itself is taped up, and then you'll just see the wood under there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go a little bit closer and take a look at that wood, you see, whoa. When I first saw this, I was like, man, are these guys just taking baseball bats and kind of just beating up the walls around here and
that's
stuff?
what it looked like.
And same thing over here. This is a little bit higher on the wall up in here. You know what that is, Keith?
Well, I thought, at first glance, I thought maybe it turned into a meth lab because, when they make that stuff, they, they're
a little
itch.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, that's not down in Virginia. They don't do that kind of stuff. So
I studied these walls long and hard before I actually asked the question as to what is going on here. And of course, what I was thinking was confirmed. This is termite damage in that house, and that's what it looks like right now.
Wow.
And I only took a picture of a few of the walls, a few of the spots, but
yeah, you didn't stay there when you were.
I did. I stayed, not obviously.
No,
but
in your get together.
I did stay in that house.
Okay,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, in the room next door there,
wow.
Which didn't look like this, fortunately. But so, and I'm pretty sure the kids there said this was still active because it's not really been treated yet. So this is a stock picture. This is not from the house. So termites, my friends, termites. Spring is prime termite season as swarmers emerge to mate and establish new colonies, which often include vulnerable residential properties. Termites can literally eat a home out from under its owners, often without them even knowing until much damage has been done. They have the ability to chew through wood, flooring, and even wallpaper undetected 24/7 and can compromise the structural stability of a home within several years, depending on the species. In fact, termites cause $5 billion worth of property damage annually. Okay, to help yourself and be proactive, eliminate or reduce moisture in and around the home, which termites need to thrive. Repair leaky faucets, water pipes, and exterior AC units. Repair fascia, soffits, and rotted roof shingles. Replace weather stripping and loose mortar around basement, foundation, and windows. Divert water away from the house through properly functioning downspouts, gutters, and splash blocks. Routinely inspect the foundation of a home for signs of mud tubes, which you'll actually see mud tubes on concrete as well as they're making their way up to the wood. Used by termites to reach a food source. An uneven or bubbling paint and wood that sounds hollow when tapped. Monitor all exterior areas of wood, including windows, door frames, skirting boards for any noticeable change. Maintain an 18-inch gap between soil and wood portions of your home. Consider scheduling a professional inspection annually. Wood-borne insect damage is not covered by homeowners' insurance policies. That's a pretty big deal there.
Yeah.
Because once you find it and you're like, whoa.
It's too, by the time you find it.
Yeah, it's too late. Covered. And then it's not, and then store firewood at least 20 feet away from the house. I have to be honest that, our wood piles are far away from the house. I do keep some wood in the garage during the season. Right. And right now I have like 3 pieces sitting in the living room and I have gone over the summer.
Hardwood floors.
And we have hardwood floors. I've gone the entire summer with some wood in that. Now I try to get it out there, of course, but me, I'll think about it and never get to it. But,
Barbara, her house is, they were built in the 80s over at Hershey's Mill. And one of her sons noticed a little bit of just dust on one of the windowsills. Just dust. And, it just looked like really fine sawdust. And that's what it was. And they ripped up. And of course, she had an argument with her, which I agree with her. The condos, basically condominiums, you're paying for the paint inward, what I mean? The rest is, of course, they weren't covered. So they did a little bit of, I guess she had a termite guy come in and drill some stuff all around her house, and that's guaranteed for 25 years. But they kind of came in and just ripped it open, sprayed it, and then they re-drywall. Now it's not, it was underneath a window, and it's not too bad, but and that's built on a.
Can never be sure though.
Yeah, I know, right? That's built on a slab. And I always figured, they can't get through concrete, but if they make mud tunnels, and she's definitely not 18 inches above, it might be this, what's that, a foot above grade?
Yeah, and a lot of what my research, the water splashing back, keeps everything nice and moist. And then I saw some pictures people posted where there were those tunnels. I guess they create their own tunnels to get like up the foundation.
Right. So they can't go through
get
concrete, but they can go through mud. So they just carry mud and
they make their own little tunnels up to their food source.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
So termites cannot be controlled with do-it-yourself measures. So once you have termites, then
you've got to call.
You got to call somebody. If you suspect termite infestation, contact licensed professional, and so on and so forth. So now, of course, this is I thought I had the website on here, but this is a company saying that you can't control yourself, which I believe if I found termites in the house, I would definitely have somebody come out and treat that.
Yeah.
I mean, we have bug treatment come out anyway, so if I saw termite damage, I would certainly have.
Have you seen in your house?
No.
I don't think we had it in Bob and Mill.
I think we did, but that was years ago. And I think Dad sistered up those joists in the basement.
No, really? Okay. I don't remember.
But that was from long ago.
Okay.
Because when we went through the inspection, one of the inspectors said that this is obviously not active termite damage. So
the house I had was and the basement was wet, damp. It had that spring pump in it. So the basement
and they're always humid.
But it didn't have any. I remember when we did the guy was really surprised that there was no sign of past. So that's interesting, Joel.
Yeah. So we had a great time. KDR, Nick did a great job putting it all together, and we raised money for the fraternity and all that stuff.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
I thought that.
So next time you do, you're going to rent a motel, or
next time I go down there for that, I would probably stay in a hotel room. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
3 o'clock mornings and me don't work so well anymore.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Goodness.
Okay, so folks, if you're getting anything out of this show, just anything at all, we'd love for you to smack the like button, love the love button, give us a share, a comment, tell us to get off the web, internet, or World Wide Web. Tell us to stop.
Have you had any other of your neighbors asking you to please stop bothering you?
No further disgruntled neighbors over the last month and a half. So we're in the clear there. Shall we get the trivia?
Yeah, sure.
We have some trivia, and we have some jokes. And do we have a day in history?
Yeah, we have a couple things.
All right. Why don't we do that, and then we'll be ready to get out of here because we're running up against our time here.
All right, coffee's almost gone, and
my coffee is kind of chilled.
We need to,
so we're gonna have to nuke
that. Real quick, do I look a bit like a raccoonish maybe today?
Okay, tell me.
I'm asking you. Do I look a little? Yeah, just a little bit. Round trip to the Bay Bridge the other day.
All right, on his Harley Davidson. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's a nice.
Well, I tell you what, when you're going 50 miles an hour, you pop on iTunes. You listen to a little bit of country music, you get a little bit more urban, you put some rock and roll on, you start going fast, turn the music off, listen to the pipes and the wind. You get your cruise control. I never thought I would have liked cruise control, but you'd be surprised.
It's gotta be nice.
And I've never really had fatigue on the but to turn that on, and it's just every once in a while you can do that, right? And you just kind of have your hands like this, and it's out. You're gonna have to ride the thing.
So it's when you put the brake on, is that automatically shut off?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So
you can turn it off, but
electronic cruise control, all that stuff.
If you have to pass somebody, then it just goes back to just like a regular. It's just like a Cadillac, man. It's got some sunburn.
Nice.
And windburn and all that kind of stuff. But I never ease into these road trips. So it's either the wind pushing my head back or just the wind, I was out of commission for a couple of days. I just walked around like this.
Tell you what, riding a motorcycle is a lot of work.
Yeah. And
you can be sore.
I haven't done it for so long before I got this. And I haven't really been on a whole lot. That's probably the longest trip I've done on this bike.
How many miles was that?
It was over 200, 220 because I went down all the way to the bridge. Came back and ate at Kent Narrows, close to camp. Then I went meandered back over to Chestertown and then over to Linda's, stopped for a minute and then came home. But it was over 200 miles.
Wow.
And,
that was quite a day. Good day for it too. But it was not like today, right?
And I left. No, but it was a little cool. I left later than I should have for that kind of a trip. I never planned these things.
I know.
I left at about noon, and I got back here at about 8 o'clock at night.
Wow.
It was getting a little chilly.
That is
Yeah. So,
wow, man.
but it was, that's
let's
why
check a comment here regarding termites. My church came in a windowsill, tunneled under the. How about that?
Wow, goodness sakes.
Yeah, once I find a food source, man, I guess just like anything else.
I never would have thought. Crazy. I mean, paper is wood, but goodness, and that's
very,
something
very easy for them to chew on. Okay, so let's get to our trivia. We'll post our trivia, then you guys put down your answers. I think we're going to do 4 trivia. So if you're going to have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, that would be fantastic. And it happens today that they all have to do with
raining torrentially. Oh no,
no, with aviation.
Oh, okay. Too bad.
Yeah, no,
David's not watching.
Right. Maybe we'll catch us later.
Send him a link. Yeah.
Okay.
In 2003, which U.S. state was officially declared the birthplace of aviation? I think I'm going to know that one. In 2003, which state was officially declared the birthplace of aviation?
Okay, so that was number one. Number 2.
Number 2. What was the nickname for the 4-engine B-17 bomber planes used during World War II? Nickname for the B-17 bomber. I know what the one that dropped on Hiroshima, but I don't know.
Right.
A Boeing 777 is equipped with how many engines? Boeing 777.
That's like the biggest one, right?
Yeah. What's the regular one? Boeing
747.
740. Okay, that's got to be the new one. The Concorde was a supersonic passenger airline flown by which 2 airlines? 2 airlines.
Yeah, I can think of maybe one.
Yeah, I can think of one.
Shall we do one more question, Keith?
Yeah, sure. Let's.
This is number 5.
Okay, number 5. So then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to put 5.
And then we'll do 5.
Is that? Are we okay with that? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to throw everybody for a loop. I'm a little confused.
Read the question.
What is the 3-letter airport code for Los Angeles International Airport? Oh, I think I know that one.
Oh, I might know that too.
I do too.
Yeah.
What is the 3-letter airport code for Los Angeles International? Okay.
All right. We good with all that?
Yes.
We have all them down? Okay. So let's move to...
we got some answers already.
I guess we're doing jokes, which we'll come back here.
Alrighty.
We'll go back to here for jokes.
Tell you what, our audience is very astute today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
bravo.
Okay.
All right, jokes, and then we'll do this day in history, and we'll get back to the trivia, and then we'll move on. All right, joke number 1.
Now, where are we getting these from? Once again,
we are
Yes.
I have to say, we're well color coded today.
Yes.
Joke book being so yellow. Our background is super yellow today.
All we need is that really lame band. That... Remember, one of them got married to somebody else who was really lame. They had this song called Yellow, and they were just
all right. Joke number 1, folks. Joke number 1. Get your drumsticks ready.
Okay, sorry. I digress.
What did the quilt say to the bed?
What?
I've got you covered.
Whoa!
Okay. What did the shirt say to the sock in the dryer?
What?
I'll see you the next time around.
Oh!
Okay. Why did the scientist install a knocker on her door?
It made me think about that crevice cleaner for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why, Joel.
I'll read it again. Why did the scientist install a knocker on her door?
Why?
She wanted to win the Nobel Prize.
Oh, nice. The Nobel Prize.
Let's do one more because I see it. Yeah. Okay. What did one toilet say to the other?
What?
You look a little flushed. Love it. Don't blame us, folks. Once again, not our fault. All right, what we got?
Forgot we had all these.
Yeah.
Promises just came on. Hey.
This time in history.
And now, Mike and Jack, this day in history.
Well, remember Wilson Pickett? With Midnight Hour, 1991. In this day, this day in 1991, Wilson Pickett was arrested after running into an 86-year-old man with it. an 86-year-old man, and yelling death threats whilst driving his car over the mayor's front yard in Englewood, New Jersey. Pickett was charged with driving with open bottles of alcohol in his car. That's probably one of the low points of his career. Eddie Rabbitt, 1998. Eddie Rabbitt, U.S. singer-songwriter, died of lung cancer at the age of 56.
Wow,
crazy.
I
Love a Rainy Night. Love a Rainy Night. He wrote songs for Elvis Presley, Dr. Hook, Tom Jones, Kenny Rogers, Crystal Gayle, Lynn Anderson.
Wow.
Isn't that something? He was a truck driver from East Orange, New Jersey. See, I not only like country music, I know my country music.
Yeah, through and through.
And he started writing music.
Country
and he ended up early 80s. He was pretty big.
Yeah.
There's one more I wanted to show you.
Yeah, it's interesting. Some of these names, like Eddie Rabbitt, he had, as far as we know, like one hit, right?
A couple of them,
but the fact that he wrote for so many other people,
yes.
we don't know that part about him.
Yes, and that's a lot of these. Not so much anymore. Chris Stapleton is the current country singer, but he's got his start writing songs for other people, and that's why a lot of these people, even rock and roll, they did that back in the day. Writing songs for. In 1977, the Eagles went to #1 in the U.S. charts with Hotel California, the group's fourth #1. Is it the album or the single? The song single. Okay. Hotel California, one of the best. And they were kind of country. They were like crossover. Still like them. Great band. Well, yeah, they were from California, but they weren't really Nashville-ish. But they had a lot of steel guitar, just kind of
right.
And great band. And I remember hearing that at camp. Remember the camp counselors were hanging out in the room. They played that nonstop. It was probably 77. They played the heck out of that album.
Yeah, so, there's a few songs I can't think of right now, but take me right back to Camp Right. Something like that. Okay, shall we get back to trivia, and then we'll get ourselves out of here.
Yeah, okay.
All right, trivia, folks. Let's see how we did on today's trivia testing, etc., etc.
Let's see if I can read these as quickly as I did before.
All right. Back over to here, and we'll start with #1.
Okay.
Which was, I think it was this one here, right?
Yes. In 2003, which U.S. state was officially declared the birthplace of aviation? I'm going to say Virginia. Isn't that where the
Kitty?
Is that in Kitty Hawk? That's South Carolina.
Yeah, that's not in Virginia.
Okay.
Well, all right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hold on a second.
What do we got here for #1?
Sylvia's got North Carolina, one Hawaii,
Ohio. Okay.
We have Ohio, but okay. All right, let's see.
Ohio.
Wilbur and Orville. Good.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Home of. Okay.
Okay. Was the birthplace?
But that's not where they.
No,
they flew that.
Kitty Hawk, wasn't it, or something like that?
Yeah.
All right. #2. What was the nickname for the 4-engine B-17 bomber planes used during World War II?
Okay. Well, we got one from Themis. Let's see what else we have here. He says Flying Fortress.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Very good.
I had no idea.
No, me neither.
All right. A Boeing 777 is equipped with how many engines?
What number are we on? 3?
This is #3.
Okay. All right. So we got a couple of 4s here. Yes.
I'm going to say 5.
Okay. I'm going to say 4 only because I can't picture what if.
2.
Oh.
Whoa.
Man, they got to be monstrous.
Well, maybe the 777 is a small. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm really ignorant in this particular.
Yes. I think the bigger the number, the bigger the plane.
That's what I thought too. Maybe it went the other way.
Okay.
All right. Concorde was a supersonic passenger airliner flown by which 2 airlines?
And who do we have? I think Sophia.
I would say Air France.
Yes, that's the one.
And Lufthansa, maybe?
Where the heck did I could have sworn she did? She says we got British Airways and Air France.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I don't know. Air France is definitely what I would thought, but I wouldn't have. Go ahead.
Right.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yay.
Okay.
Well done. Air France and British Airways.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
I think it was a joint effort between the two, if I'm not mistaken. No,
What
I
is
don't know anything. I didn't know the answer, but I knew the story. I think maybe
we are
that's it.
pretty much usually mistaken
Yeah.
here.
I come up with the best stuff after I read something.
That's right.
It's amazing how smart.
What
I
is
am.
the 3-letter airport code for Los Angeles International Airport?
And we got a couple from you guys. LAX is what I thought.
That's I was thinking there too. Answer is
All right.
LAX. Yeah.
Well,
Well
what
done.
X stands
Yeah.
for?
Los Angeles. I don't know unless that has something to do with Angels. Los Angeles. What does the X stand for? Where did that come from?
Well, I think it used to be, they shorten everything over the years. It used to be LAX ITIVE. Hey, look at the time. I didn't spell that right, did I?
A moment of silence here. Awkward silence.
Awkward, yeah. Well, it would have been funny if I could spell. Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
So it must have been. All right, hey, what else is going on? Are we done?
I think that's it, Brother Keith.
An hour.
We
We
have-
pushed the show
yes.
back 15 minutes early.
Yep.
So we could finish 15 minutes early. We have
We have
instead
Yeah.
elongated the show by 15 minutes.
Well, to be fair, the reason why we started at 9 is because our shows started going longer. So we thought a year or two, whenever we started, like 2 years ago, we thought, well, let's start at 9 o'clock so that, because you have a shop that opens up here in 6 minutes.
right, yes, which, it's
The
Yeah.
line is out there,
the
banging
line
on the
out
door.
there with everybody original watercolor art that's standing there, nothing wrapped up, and they're saying, I wish it wasn't raining.
Right.
But anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys.
Parking lot's a beautiful
What do we
color
got next week? How's
All
the
right,
house
so-
going? We still have a lot of things to talk about.
now. We
don't
have plenty to talk about. As far as next week goes, let's see, what is next week? I did want to mention happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Sophia.
Yes.
Sophia will
Tomorrow.
be turning 18 tomorrow. Yeah, 18 tomorrow, May 8th, Mother's Day. And let's see,
crazy.
she was born on, I can't remember if she was born on a Saturday. I remember not playing for church on Sunday after she was born, and it was 95 degrees the day she was born in 2004. So anyway, wish my
And,
beautiful daughter
Which means
18.
Yes,
18?
which means my motorcycle, which is still in a basket. Actually, Sophia has fared a lot better than my motorcycle over the last
Was that the year it happened?
18 years. No, it was when I got it, 2004.
Your
The chopper,
right?
yeah, 2004. And it was like August. Yeah. Yes. Incidentally, I'm going to be starting a investment company since I've made so many good choices and
Mhm. Yeah,
where to
yes,
put
you
my
have.
money.
Yeah. Is it called the toilet?
Yes, it's zero return, 100% loss, and a little bit of fun during the way. But they say these things. We don't care. These results are not
Guaranteed.
guaranteed.
Yeah,
they are.
your results.
They are guaranteed.
100%
Yes,
guaranteed.
Guarantee that you're going to lose money on whatever endeavor I come up with. So keep an eye out for that, folks. All right, let's get out of here.
These are
Hey.
great ideas for our upcoming shows.
Yes, which we will forget.
All right.
By next week.
All right,
So,
folks.
all right, in the next week or two,
Stay tuned for
thanks
what we're going to
stopping
do.
by.
Hopefully, we'll
Yeah.
be back next week. If
Yeah.
not, just keep tabs. We love you guys hanging out
Yes.
with us. Great time. And we'll be back.
Yeah,
at
happy
some
Mother's
point.
Day to everybody.
Yeah, happy
too.
Mother's Day.
Moms here or not here, think about them all.
Indeed.
And so remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So be in touch. Be
in touch.
in touch. Sorry, I was trying to find our outro. Be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. Thanks for joining us on Smack and Jack Live. We'll see you the next time.
See you next time, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Jack up your knees, smack check it out, smack jack up your knees, smack jack it up, smack in the face, jack up your income, smack in the face. Check it up, check it up, check it up.